In February of 2024, I had an accident. I had that piece of PVC pipe actually explode into my face. I'm completely blind in my right eye, cracked my skull from my nose hole to my ear holes. Man, it's crazy, you know, when you almost die, life comes at you fast. And even as soon as it happened, I was just glad to be alive. Had I not turned, and it would have been a temple shot, it would have been brain damage or, worse. And I had one friend, his name's Matthew DeGlopper. And every day he would call me. And he said, "How you doing, man?" I said, "I'm one day closer, one day closer from having a normal life again." But through friends and family and everything else, it's just one day at a time. These are inflection points you have in your life, and it can take you one way or the other. So are we gonna let this ruin our life, or are we gonna be depressed and sad and woe is me? That's not what we're doing. If anything, it's a blessing. I want it to reflect positively, not negatively. Currently have a roofing company. I said, I don't want to roof anymore. Man, I don't want to do what I know I can do. I want to do something a little more exciting. And I think I'm going to go back to the lures. Let's do something bigger than myself. We've been chasing profits the entire time with this roofing company. It's been great, but there's been no purpose. I always had the idea of making lures from recycled plastic. How could we use it in other ways? So I figured if you could melt it down into a raw product, you could ultimately end up making lures, sunglass frames, etc. But ultimately, kind of led to what we have here, and hoping that this business is going to be a direct reflection of, turning negatives into positives. I think we're one of the only businesses that is aiming to go out of business, because technically if there's no more plastic on the beach, then our job is done. It's just, this isn't ours. My dad's a geologist. It was here before us, it'll be here after us. He always said to leave it better than you found it. So on all the packaging, we're going to tell you exactly what type of plastic it was and how much it was. So every single one of them, you'll be able to know what beach it came from and the material that it was made out of. So all of them are curated with, something special in mind at the end, as opposed to all of them just being exactly the same. What I love most about this, it's a mind frame change for me, and being my true self, being the beach bum that I was in college, where I was my happiest. And it's a reason bigger than myself.